Continuing our series on public enemies, I'm talking to Martin Bagwell, an expert on American criminal gangs from the 1930s. And today we're discussing a fascinating figure called Ma Barker. Was she a well-known figure in her day?
Yes, she certainly was. At that time, in the 1930s, there were quite a few famous criminals in the United States. For example, Bonnie and Clyde, Babyface Nelson, and John Dillinger. The United States government called these people public enemies because they had committed large numbers of serious crimes. The public were very aware of these people, and the newspapers had a lot of stories about them, although they made up some of the stories.
So they were almost like celebrities.
Yes, they were. They were celebrities, really. Remember, these were the days before TV and the Internet. People were fascinated by the lives of these criminals. And sometimes it's difficult to know which of the stories about them are true and which are false.
So what do we know for sure about Ma Barker?
Well, we know she was born in 1872 and that her name was Arizona, but people called her Ari. She was married to a man called George Barker, and they had 4 sons. The sons' names were Herman, Lloyd, Arthur, and Fred. Fred was the youngest boy, and he was Ma's favorite.
And were they a fairly normal family at first?
No, not really. They were very poor. The boys did badly at school and probably never learned to read or write. They were always in trouble with the law.
What did Ma and her husband think of that?
Well, Ma always supported her boys. If they ended up in prison, Ma tried to get them out. But their father, George, had a different opinion and often had disagreements with his wife about their sons. He hated living in a family of criminals. And when the boys grew up into adults, he left. The boys committed crime after crime, including murders and robberies, and Ma Barker was always with them, right until the end.
What happened at the end?
Well, police officers from the FBI were determined to find Ma Barker. One day, in January 1935, they found the house where Ma and her favorite son, Fred, were hiding. Fred and Ma refused to give themselves up. There was a gunfight with the police, and neither Fred nor Ma Barker got out of the building alive. After their deaths, Ma Barker became even more famous. The head of the FBI said that Ma Barker had been the most dangerous criminal of the past 10 years. Today, though, most experts think that this probably wasn't true. In fact, it is likely that she never killed anyone, and perhaps did not commit any crimes at all, although she certainly helped her boys to commit them.
Martin Bagwell, thank you.